Ever wondered why some people with ADHD seem to transform after taking their medication? Here's a shocking fact. ADHD meds don't actually cure ADHD. They're more like a pair of glasses for your brain. In this video, we're going to dive deep into how ADHD medications really work. And trust me, it's not what most people think. You'll learn exactly what happens in your brain when you take ADHD medication, why they work for some people but not others, and the surprising ways they can affect your daily life. Whether you have ADHD, know someone who does, or you're just curious about how these powerful drugs work, this video will give you a clear understanding that most doctors don't even explain. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, ADHD, is a complex neurodevelopmental disorder that affects both children and adults. It's characterized by persistent patterns of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity that interfere with daily functioning and development. But what's really going on in the ADHD brain? The key lies in the prefrontal cortex, the brain's command center for executive functions. In people with ADHD, this area doesn't work quite as efficiently as it should. There are several main mechanisms at play in the ADHD brain. First, there's often a neurotransmitter imbalance, with lower levels of dopamine and norepinephrine, which are crucial for focus, motivation, and impulse control. This imbalance contributes to executive function deficits, causing people with ADHD to struggle with skills like organization, time management, and emotional regulation. Another important factor is the difference in the brain's reward system. In people with ADHD, this system is less sensitive, which can lead to seeking out more immediate or intense stimulation. Some studies have also shown slight differences in brain structure and development in people with ADHD. It's important to note that ADHD isn't a lack of willpower or intelligence. It's a difference in how the brain processes information and manages tasks. Understanding these underlying mechanisms is crucial for grasping how ADHD medications work to address these specific challenges. Let's talk about pharmacokinetics. Don't worry if it sounds like a mouthful. It's actually pretty simple. Pharmacokinetics is just a fancy way of saying what your body does to a drug. And trust me, it's crucial for understanding how ADHD meds work. Think of pharmacokinetics like a road trip for a pill. The journey starts when you swallow the medication, and it ends when your body gets rid of it. This trip has 4 main stages, and we use the acronym ADME to remember them: absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. First up is absorption. This is how the drug gets into your bloodstream. For ADHD meds, it usually happens in your gut. But here's the thing: not all of the drug makes it in. Your stomach acid, what you've eaten, and even your genetics can affect how much of the medication actually gets absorbed. Next comes distribution. Once the drug is in your blood, it travels all over your body, but it doesn't spread out evenly. Some drugs might concentrate in your brain, while others might hang out more in your liver or kidneys. This is why ADHD meds can affect different parts of your body, not just your focus. Then we have metabolism. This is your body's way of breaking down the drug. Your liver does most of the heavy lifting here, but other organs help too. Here's where it gets interesting. People metabolize drugs at different rates. Some folks break down ADHD meds quickly, while others do it slowly. This is one reason why the same dose can affect people differently. Finally, there's excretion. This is how your body gets rid of the drug. Usually, it's through urine or feces. The speed of excretion affects how long the drug stays in your system, which impacts how long it works. Now, why does all this matter for ADHD meds? Well, understanding pharmacokinetics helps explain why these medications can have such different effects on different people. It's not just about the dose, it's about how your unique body processes the drug. For example, if you metabolize the drug quickly, you might need a higher dose or more frequent doses to get the same effect as someone who metabolizes it slowly. Or, if you have trouble absorbing the drug, a different formulation might work better for you. Knowing about pharmacokinetics can also help you make better decisions about your ADHD treatment. It can guide discussions with your doctor about timing your doses, potential side effects, and even diet changes that might affect how the medication works. In the end, pharmacokinetics isn't just for scientists. It's a tool that can help you understand your own body and how it interacts with ADHD medications. And that knowledge? It's power. Power to take control of your treatment and get the most out of your meds. First off, ADHD meds don't work like a light switch. They don't just turn ADHD off. Instead, think of them more like a dimmer switch for certain parts of your brain. These medications primarily target two key players in your brain, dopamine and norepinephrine. These are neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that help brain cells communicate. In people with ADHD, the levels or activity of these neurotransmitters are often lower than ideal, especially in areas of the brain responsible for focus and impulse control. So, what do ADHD meds do? They essentially boost the availability of dopamine and norepinephrine in specific brain regions. It's like turning up the volume on these chemical signals. This helps your brain cells communicate more effectively, which can improve focus, reduce impulsivity, and increase motivation. But here's the kicker. This process doesn't work the same for everyone. Your unique brain chemistry, genetics, and even lifestyle factors can all influence how these medications affect you. It's why finding the right medication and dose often involves some trial and error. Now, let's zoom in on dopamine for a second. This neurotransmitter is crucial for attention, motivation, and your brain's reward system. People with ADHD often have lower dopamine activity in certain brain areas. ADHD medications help normalize this, which is why many people report feeling more motivated and finding it easier to focus when they start treatment. But it's not all sunshine and roses. Like any powerful tool, these medications can have side effects. Short term, you might experience changes in appetite, sleep patterns, or mood. Long-term use can potentially lead to more significant changes in brain structure and function. Some of these changes can be beneficial, like improved neural pathways for attention. Others might be less desirable and need careful monitoring. Here's something crucial to understand. ADHD meds don't cure ADHD. They're more like a pair of glasses for your brain. They can help you focus and manage symptoms while you're taking them, but they don't permanently change your brain's wiring. That's why many experts recommend combining medication with other strategies like behavioral therapy, lifestyle changes, and developing coping skills. The goal is to help you manage your ADHD effectively, with or without medication. In the end, ADHD medications are powerful tools that can significantly improve quality of life for many people with ADHD. But they're not magic pills. Understanding how they work in your brain can help you use them more effectively and make informed decisions about your treatment. Remember, everyone's brain is unique. What works for one person might not work for another. That's why it's crucial to work closely with a healthcare provider to find the right approach for you. Your ADHD journey is just that, yours. And understanding the science behind these medications is a big step towards taking control of that journey. Let's talk about a game changer in ADHD treatment: extended release medications. These aren't just a small step forward, they're more like a giant leap. To understand why, we need to look at the problem with traditional ADHD meds. They worked, sure, but they had a major flaw: they didn't last long. Most would wear off after 4 to 6 hours. For a student or worker, that's not even a full day. Imagine having to excuse yourself in the middle of class or an important meeting to take another pill. Not ideal, right? This short duration caused other issues too. People would experience peaks and valleys in their symptom control. They'd feel great for a while, then crash as the medication wore off. It was like riding a roller coaster every day. Enter extended release formulations. These medications use clever delivery systems or special coatings to release the drug gradually over time. Instead of all at once, you get a steady stream of medication throughout the day. The result? One pill can now last 8 to 12 hours, or even longer. That's a full school or work day from a single dose. No more midday pills, no more roller coaster effect. But the benefits go beyond convenience. With steady medication levels, people get more consistent symptom control. They can focus better for longer periods. Their mood is more stable. For many, it's like finally having a clear head all day long. Extended release meds have other perks too. They're easier to remember. Just one dose in the morning, and you're set. This improved adherence means better treatment outcomes. Plus, it reduces the stigma and hassle of taking medication in public. Now, it's not all perfect. Extended release formulations can be pricier at first. They're also less flexible. You can't easily adjust the dose midday. And for some people, they might cause sleep issues if taken too late. But for many, these drawbacks are outweighed by the benefits. Extended release meds have dramatically improved quality of life for countless people with ADHD. They've made it easier to succeed in school, excel at work, and manage daily life. The impact goes beyond individuals. Schools report fewer disruptions. Workplaces see improved productivity. Families experience less stress around medication management. Looking ahead, the potential is huge. Researchers are working on even longer-acting formulations. Imagine a weekly or monthly ADHD medication. It sounds like science fiction, but it might not be too far off. Extended release technology has revolutionized ADHD treatment. It's given people more control over their symptoms and their lives. It's not an exaggeration to say it's changed the game. And the best part? This might just be the beginning. The future of ADHD treatment looks brighter than ever, thanks to innovations like these. You might think that what you eat and how your ADHD meds work are totally separate things. But here's a shocker. They're actually closely connected. In fact, your diet can have a huge impact on how well your medication works. Let's start with a wild example: grapefruit juice. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. For some medications, including certain ADHD drugs, grapefruit juice can be like pouring gasoline on a fire. It can dramatically increase the amount of drug in your bloodstream, potentially leading to nasty side effects or even overdose. And it's not just grapefruit. Other citrus fruits can have similar effects. But it's not all about avoiding foods. Sometimes, what you eat can make your meds work better. For instance, some ADHD medications are best absorbed with a meal. Others work better on an empty stomach. It's like a delicate dance between your food and your meds. Here's another curveball. The timing of your meals can matter too. Ever noticed your ADHD meds seem less effective after a big, greasy meal? That's because high-fat foods can delay drug absorption. Your medication might take longer to kick in, or not work as well as it should. On the flip side, some foods can speed up how quickly your body processes medication. This might sound good, but it can actually make the drugs wear off faster than they should. Now, let's talk about acidity. Your stomach's pH level can affect how well some ADHD medications are absorbed. Acidic foods and drinks, think citrus fruits, sodas, or even vitamin C supplements, can decrease the effectiveness of certain ADHD meds. It's like trying to dissolve sugar in oil instead of water. It just doesn't work as well. So, what's the takeaway here? Should you overhaul your entire diet just because you're taking ADHD medication? Not necessarily, but you should be aware of how your food choices might be affecting your treatment. 1. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about potential food interactions with your specific medication. 2. Pay attention to how you feel after meals. If you notice your meds seem less effective after certain foods, try adjusting your diet. 3. Be consistent with your eating habits. If you usually take your meds with breakfast, try to stick to that routine. 4. Don't make drastic changes to your diet without consulting your healthcare provider. Remember, everyone's body is different. What works for one person might not work for another. The key is to be aware and observant. Your diet and your ADHD medication aren't separate issues. They're part of the same system. You. Understanding this complex relationship between food and drugs can help you optimize your ADHD treatment. It's not just about taking a pill, it's about creating an entire lifestyle that supports your brain health and function. And that includes what's on your plate. First off, personalized medicine will improve ADHD treatment. Instead of the current trial and error approach, imagine walking into a doctor's office, getting a quick genetic test, and walking out with a treatment plan tailored specifically to your brain chemistry. Researchers are already identifying genetic markers that could predict how well someone will respond to different ADHD medications. Neurofeedback is another area to watch. This technique allows people to see their brain activity in real time and learn to control it. Early studies show promise, and as the technology improves, it could become a powerful complementary treatment. Now, let's talk tech. The smartphone in your pocket could become a crucial tool for managing ADHD. We're already seeing apps that help with organization and time management, but the future might bring AI-powered apps that can predict ADHD symptoms and suggest interventions before they become problematic. And here's where it gets really sci-fi. Brain-computer interfaces. Imagine a tiny device that could monitor your brain activity and deliver precise stimulation to improve focus when needed. It's not as far-fetched as it sounds. Similar technology is already being developed for other neurological conditions. Of course, medication will continue to play a crucial role, but future meds might look very different from what we have now. Researchers are working on non-stimulant medications that could provide the benefits of current ADHD drugs with fewer side effects. And delivery methods might change too. Think patches, implants, or even medications that only need to be taken once a week or month. The future of ADHD treatment isn't just about managing symptoms. It's about optimizing brain function and helping people with ADHD thrive. It's about understanding that ADHD brains aren't broken. They're just wired differently. And with the right tools and support, that different wiring can be a source of creativity, innovation, and unique perspectives.